So we got to the last of the monsters. We're gonna start doing Frankenstein, or Frankenstein monster really, and it will be fun. I don't know where I'm gonna be playing him. I don't think I saw him on the table. I might try him with Mephisto, just to give him some power and see how it's gonna work out. But I'll walk you through how to paint him. Surprisingly, out of all the monsters, the Frankenstein has the most colors that we're gonna be using. So we're gonna start with Morphar Brown, and we're gonna apply it over his entire jacket. So all this section right there, or vest, not really jacket. And we're also gonna apply it over his boots, or shoes with wraps. So that's gonna be our Morphar Brown, and I'll show you this in a second. So you can see Morphar Brown is completed, so our brown parts are done. Now we're gonna move to do gray parts. Green parts, not gray parts. So we're moving into the next base color. We're gonna apply green to his shirt. So we're gonna go in the middle, like this. And don't forget about the sleeves, the green extender. I'm going a little bit darker green. I want Frankenstein to be, you know, Frankenstein monster. To be a little bit darker, something like this, and we'll go from there. So you can see what green applied. It's darker than the box art, but I kind of want to make him the vest is gonna be slightly lighter, but I want to make him a little bit, you know, more darker tone than the cover art. And now we're gonna move to pants. So with pants, same as with the shirt, we're gonna be slightly darker. So we're gonna apply contour blue over entire jeans, like this. And once that entire section is completed, it's gonna be left for us to do the skin. So the pants are completed. You can see the blue miniature is coming together really nicely, and we'll move to doing the skin. So we're gonna use rock art flesh for this. So we're gonna paint the hands and the face like this. Then we're gonna touch it up to give that undead look to him. So we're gonna paint here, hands, and once everything is painted, I'll show you the final result. So you can see the skin completed on hands and face. So miniature starts having all the details, you know, color bases showing. So we're left with hair and chain and few staples in the neck. So Frankenstein's monster's hair, we're gonna apply black. It's gonna be quick, there's not really that much to apply. So we're gonna apply over his hair, and I'll show you this completed in a second. There is not much really to do with that hair. As you can see, hair is completed, so it's nice black and quick job. Now we're gonna move to the metal pieces. So we're gonna start doing the metal with doing the chain. So you're gonna complete the entire chain section like there. But on top of that, don't forget all those staples in arms and neck. So like in the arm right there. And I'll show you all completed with all the staples and the chain in a quick second. So you can see Leadbreacher completed. You can see the silver chain. You can see staples in the arms and the head, neck, and that's all the base colors. I would call it already tabletop ready. You don't have to shade it. You don't have to do anything. It could go right onto the table. But if you want to shade it, that's gonna give it a little bit more depth. And I'll show you how to do it in a second. So the first shade we're gonna apply is a green one. So like always, we're just gonna go over the green parts quickly and apply it over it. Like this. And I'll show you this in a second completed. So you can see green shade applied. Now we're gonna move to blue. So we're gonna apply Drakenhof to the pants, and afterwards we're gonna apply half and half Drakenhof to skin to get that blue tone on the skin. So you can see I'm applying to pants, and I'll show you everything how it's showing once I do entire miniature including the skin. So the mix is gonna be half and half with Lamian Medium That's the one that you want to mix with. That still maintains this, you know, like a shade properties, but doesn't and dries properly, so it behaves like still like a shade, instead of if you mix it just with water, it's not gonna keep the same consistency and properties. So I'll show you everything completed in a second. So you can see shade applied to pants. You can also see the shade applied to skin. I think we're gonna leave the skin as is. It gives that, you know, more zombie look. We wanted the clear skin on Dracula, but on him I think we want, you know, that more tinted skin, bluish skin. It's gonna give like a, you know, really zombie decomposing type of skin. Now we're gonna do Argax Earth shade, and we're gonna apply it over coat and chain. So last shade we're gonna do is Agrax. We're gonna apply it over the vest. It's gonna make it much darker. And then we're gonna apply it also over the chain. So something like this, and I'll show you completed. So this is after applying the shade to boots, vest and the chain. So he really standing out and looking awesome, like a true Frankenstein monster. And the miniature is beautiful, and we'll go from there. So the first thing that we're gonna pick up is gonna be Scrag Brown. We're gonna dry brush it very delicately and very slowly, because we don't want it to spread out too much. So we're gonna take the coat and we're gonna go very slowly over the back of the coat and the front, you know, but be careful not to go over other areas, because you don't want this to spread too much. Like you can see, I already spread this on the pants, so I'm gonna have to clean up the pants on the back of it. That's the risk with dry brushing, but sometimes, like for this coat, it's worth it. Sometimes you're just gonna have to touch up the miniature. And you can see now contrast on the back of the coat, and that will be it. So the first color that we're going to fix is gonna be Wag Green. So we're gonna go and we're gonna paint all these raised parts back again to give him, you know, different definition between the different areas, different surfaces. Like this. You can see I did that middle piece, I started doing right there, and then you're gonna spread over the entire section of the miniature. So you can see the shirt got cleaned up, and now we're gonna clean up the pants. You can see everything from the dry brushing that we need to clean up again, so that will be a little bit of work, but it will go smooth, and that will be our last cleanup. So we're gonna start applying contour blue over the miniature. So we're gonna go with all those raised parts, avoiding the grooves and cleaning up where the shade pulled too much. So something like this right there. We're gonna go over the muscles, elevating them like there. Okay. You can see the blues completed. I figured out a little better how to operate this camera and make better light and focus, so hopefully it's gonna get better now. And you can see the blues and shades on the miniature, so you can see how it really looks right now. Now we're gonna do green highlights and then blue highlights, and we're gonna be done. So the first highlight that we're gonna do of the two, we're gonna take Werewolf Green, and we're gonna paint the folds on the clothing, like there, all these individual lines we're gonna touch up and make a lighter green color. I did few of them in there, so you can start seeing how they're popping up, and I'll show you how it looks completed. So you can see the green lines highlighted on the muscles, on the cloth folding. So that's gonna give it a little bit texture. When you like look at from the further afar, you can start seeing like individual details like really popping up. So the same thing we completed just a second ago with green. Now we're gonna repeat with blue. So we're gonna highlight the pants. For example, we're gonna go into the fold lines over there. We can highlight the muscle right there. Another fold line right there. So you can start seeing this popping up, like those two lines over there, the line on the muscle, this, and once you have everything, it's gonna look cool. I'm gonna call Frankenstein done. The only thing I'm gonna finish is, you can see the muscles highlighted on the pants, on the arms. I'm gonna do the base, and my Frankenstein monster is completed. So I'll show you the final results in a few seconds. So you can see Frankenstein is completed. It, in my opinion, looks awesome. And I'll show you completed photo in a few seconds. But he looks nice. There is a nice few details on him, and it's a cool miniature.